A lot of familiar territory. Inferno and Overpass are going to be our first and a second map here. The first one being picked by the Forze side. And Forze have already been able to beat out the Godsent lineup in the past on this one. And it was a 16-10 result when they faced off during the DreamHack Masters Spring Tournament. So for Forze right now, with the best of 3 under their belt, this could well be the opportunity they need to turn things over to their favour. It's the pistol round going live. Godsent have the CT start, and Forze out to the banana control to kick things off. Challenging out towards second mid initially. They're taking a lot of damage for their trouble.
Yeah, they certainly have. Godsent are in a really good position at the moment. Styko's getting a little bit of information around Boiler, looking down through mid. They've kind of got 3 players over towards this B bomb site. Yes, you've got the bow smokes coming out for both Jerry and Face Crack, which are going to go into that coffins and CT area. But Godsent, they've got the read already, and they know the information.
Yeah, they come out of the gate. Madden's in the back lines looking for a tap to the head. We'll see Flick disappear for the smoke. Call it out to the newcomer Farlig. His XC Power is the first man to fall to a Flick. Zen doubling up, looking for his triple black on Flick of his own right. The bomb's been dropped in the open. It's Almazer and Flick standing alone. They do get 1 pick back, but that's as far as they go. Farlig and Styko will be able to clean it up, and it will be 4 players alive for a confidence.
Of the map. So I'm really going to be keeping an eye on Flip because we haven't seen too much of the apartment's presence yet coming out from the Forza side.
It hasn't, I mean, I wouldn't say it's so much as like presence per se, because like, they still play that in the defaults. It's just the problem is that they're not executing off the back of it. They're just looking for opening kills or giving away information, or it's more of a lurk play from Flit. You can see he's sort of held back here on his own. The main T-side Forcer again aggressing towards Banana, and he's just sort of sitting pretty here hoping the CTs aggress or will otherwise make some noise. He's got a full set of utility right now to utilize as they flash their way in towards B. Very little information being given up here by the Forza side towards A. A lot of it being given over towards the B side, so they're going to rotate that AWP once again for Godsent, see if they can hold it defensive, but these 3 players have not been all that confident when it comes to B-side holds.
And I'd like to see a fake coming out from Forza at this B bomb site and bring that bomb back over to A, because what we've seen from Godsent is quite often they're bringing that 3rd player over to B and having that stack there. And Forza, oh my goodness, look at that from Zen. He just pushes in through the CT smoke and finds an opener.
Face Crack finds the trade all the same. 11 HP for him. He'll grab the AWP and try and fall back even further. Finally, a bit of resistance being held out by Godsent. And Forza are going to back off a little bit. They will try to re-aggress here. The AWP firing back, but it's felt with by Face Crack, who finds himself a double. All onto Zen now, who could take this player down so easily, but now being backed up by Jerry means that their odds are a little bit weakened here. Still 25 seconds to commit to the site, so at the very least Godsent have been able to just stall and stop them from making their way in early, with further utility players coming in from the A-bomb site to ensure there is no apartments exit. But now Forza will need to make their way in. Styko on the rotation back towards the B-bomb site. Here with the M4, Zen's going to burn alive a little bit. We still wait back here for Jerry. Drop him, 5 seconds, and well, they'll have to get out of dodge. No, Almas has found his way onto the bomb site. Never mind, the execution towards A is just going to come through in time. And just like that, the whole situation is turned around.
That's a really nice fake coming out from Forza. So they put so much presence up to Banana, and especially with the AWP being able to find a pick up through from Face Crack, that holds the B players at bay. And for Forza, they've got Flip pushed up in the apartments, so he knows at least that he's got a very strong sight line into the bomb site player, and whoever's playing there over A, that if they want to bring the bomb up, it should not be a possibility for Godsent to just shut it down. And they don't expect that at all. Forza, really nice round indeed. That's probably one of the first times they're holding. They're hearing the footsteps over at B. They go, right, there's a couple of players over at B. Let's just head to the A bomb site. And for Forza, this is 6 rounds in a row. And Godsent, look, they've called the tactical pause, but they need to change things up now.
No, absolutely. Like, you know, this match is starting to already step away from them. It is only the first map of a best of 3, but even so, like, you know, to hold a decent scoreline would be something for Godsent, even if it is just a confidence boost going into your own map pick. You're getting picked apart by Forza this easily. It's not a case like it's anything massively, like, tactical. It's just a case of the fact that they're out-fragging the opening kills and spiraling off the back of that. Even when they do lose those opening frags, the trade frags come in pretty quickly. I found a boost up here for Styko, so he's able to out-position them, but not full.
Like half. This is not a great side for Godsent, but it also needs to be a lot more rounds than just 1.
And Godsent certainly taking bigger losses in that last round. What was that? Did he get body blocked?
Yeah. I don't know what happened there, but Madden just threw a HE straight into his team.
And now him and Crystal will try force forward, try to get the picks back against them. He will get a 2-for-1 trade all in all. Zen there to back up with a HE nade on towards X's position. That will do quite a significant amount of damage, not get any more kills, but Godsent have finally forced a man advantage. They finally gained something above Forze here on the B challenge.
Well, honestly, in the early round, it honestly seems like at the moment, Banana's the best take for Godsent. They seem to be able to do a lot of damage and take control of it as well. But it's when we get more into the mid-round and late round is where we really start to see Forza come back into this. And two players cross-firing at the A bomb side, both Styko and Farling. And Crystal quite deep through Arch as well. A fair bit of time on the clock. And a lot of utility for Forza to work with. And honestly, what they're looking for now, Jay, is seeing if Godsent can make a mistake. Are they going to aggress, try and take the fight, see if they can find another man advantage, bait out utility as well? Because really, on the A players, there isn't too much utility. Farling's the only one, and he's got a smoke.
Crystal getting the headshot for a 3K now. His efforts in this round have been invaluable. But again, we're in this 4 versus 2, and we saw what Forza did in the last round in this exact same situation. Smokes down, coming into the B bomb site. They've only got Zen to try and contest him here. Will not take a blind spray. The flashbang will keep him permanently blind as Flit goes for the bomb plant, not on Coffins as the incendiary forces him back. He'll plant just outside of it. Zen with a chance to swing against him. No, the smoke goes out. He's not able to find position. So a 4v2. Again, the retake to come through. If Forza win this, then I have no hope for Godsent. Let's put it that way. Nades will keep them back for the moment. The CTs are set up towards Banana as well. Flit's not seen. Flashbang over. They do line up for Flit. Styko and Zen do take those final 2 frags. So finally, Godsent getting a second round in this one, but it took 10 in a row for Forza to finally break. And you're half, and Godsent been feeling the hurt all day long so far, all map long so far, I feel like. The Molotov's out, the incendiary's back. Martin here going to try to take contact, but the nades up against him and Zen will do a ton of damage. Nade stacked back into the back corner, does find face crack. So again, they're going to read the early aggression from the Forza side. Take one down, a 5-on-4 advantage, but again, it's so tradable. The AWP and both of the AWPs, in fact, will try and turn that around for the Godsent squad. Styko finds Almazen next, and Forza finally a bit less of a confident default. Will now fall to pieces. 1v5 for Exy Power now, as the CTs look to control a 4th for the end of the half.
And honestly, that was a bit of a sloppy round coming out from Forza there. We just saw a lot of individual picks that just try to get taken just off the back of aggression alone. Exy Power, the best thing that he can do, Jay, is, I suppose, win out of 1v5. So, I mean, that's it, yeah.
2v4 is a little bit more plausible, in my opinion. 1v4 is even more plausible than this, but Exy Power will have to do something absolutely insane. And the truth of the matter is that it's not coming in time. You know, now they've got themselves set up for every single angle. I mean, will force the issue. And 11.
Maybe it was a bit overzealous there, where they had an advantage and they were just pushing into the site, but in the end, a pistol round going the way of Forza, and that is not a great position to be in if you're a Godsent fan.
MP5 coming out for Almazen here, part of the SMG by Forza. You talked about the MP9s from earlier, and there are plenty of them on the rest of the CT forces, but Forza very heavily investing alongside the Godsent squad, and they can just hold themselves a 13th, and they'll be able to end this map relatively quickly here. And the CT's taking a lot of aggression towards Banana. Godsent haven't challenged nearly as aggressively here on this T side. Again, being very passive about this. Forza getting that read off the back of the pistol. And they just sit back and wait for Godsent to make the move.
And these MP9s, at least for Jerry, very up close and personal down through Banana, which is always sort of the best position you kind of want to be in. Godsent kind of just push through the Banana smoke. The Tech 9 does find one, but can't find any more than that.
There's the 1-for-1 trade at this stage in time. The Tech 9 will just pass an SMG back off to Zen here, the bomb planted. They've left Styko over in the apartments. Maybe he heard those footsteps, maybe he heard them rotating our position. They do rotate a second player back to B, but the third man of Flit thinks better of it, and now the utility coming in towards the A site will certainly give the indication that Godsent may be leaning over here. It's Flit and Exy standing by with the potential for a defense, unless Styko has something to say about it, which he does. Simple Deagle back on Flit, Exy Power on site, gets Martin, damages Zen, but is unable to get the kill on him. The SMG flicks back over, and it's Almazen and face crack. A 3-on-2 retake for the MP9 and MP5.
This is going to be a really difficult retake indeed coming out from Forze. At least they know the position of where the pit player is and doing a fair bit of damage as well with Crystal. How do they check this angle? The spray coming out.
Not exactly been the most stellar on Inferno. Again, their last map, they went to double digits against Forze on Inferno. But now with the tactical in tow, the Russian squad make their way up to the defensive and actually get punished for their aggression. Madden taking out Jero, and it looks like the teams are going to go aggressive out here. Exit with one orb pick, Flit shuts down a secondary frag. 4-on-3, making it 2 suddenly. Madden and Styko come up with good picks. Farley finds face crack, and just like that, the A site is completely clear to CT presence.
And I tell you what, that's actually a really nice round from Godsent. They just go pretty quickly into that A bomb site. Great set piece going out. Murder and Library smokes down, and for what looked to be at least a good start from Forze, they get the AWP pick from Exi Power, the HE landing in towards the short position. But all in all, as soon as Exi Power and Flit were able to find the first couple of opening picks, it was traded right back. And Godsent holding on at the moment, Jay, being able to pick up their 6th round. Now, I'm looking at the money line for Forze. They'll be on a bit of a double eco status. They're only going to get 1,400 in the next round, so we'll probably see them force up with the back of this M4. First oranges. And establishing that 4-on-4, taking that control as well, is meaning the Forze are going to be back on that eco round, Jay. It's going to be upgraded Eagles, bit of Kevlar to work with. But all in all, Godsent, this should be their double digit now. That's a missed molly because Crystal blocks it.
Yeah, they will be able to force forward once again here in the apartments. Carefully placed for the interim. They flash their way out to position now. Execution could be set towards this A site. There are 4 players stacked up though. These Deagles could do a lot of damage here. It all comes down to contact plays and how they can hold their own. The full force of Godsent versus the majority force of Forze. Let's see how they handle themselves. Exi is going to be the most likely man to take that first face, but Almazer, in fact, is the one that gets the opening kill. Edge of the smoke. It's all timing from here.
This stack coming out for the CT. How much can they really find with it? Almazer's going to be able to follow up again. Face back as well. This is now a 2.